sound system is something where I can tell you about, but you have to feel. You see, that's the nature of sound system. I can tell you about sound system from now till tomorrow morning, but you have to feel sound system to know what sound system is about.
Sound system is just box, set of bass bins, set of mid-range, and set of tops, and you have them all spread around the room. I don't know how much stacks, enough man, depending on how heavy a man's sound is, how much stacks him have around the room. But it's the power and the music. That's what really is the sound is about. It's the power and the music.
That's what we do, you know what I mean? And that's how we play our music. Every live band goes out there and plays their music. We play our music on the thing we've called sound system.
There is nothing like presenting roots music to the people with the tool of a sound system. You know, PAs are great, and PAs are getting better all the time, you know, in-house club sets and stuff. But, you know, with a preamp and an actual home-built sound system, the vibes are incredible.
It's very different to a discotheque, where every discotheque sounds like a next discotheque. You know, you've got this DJ, that DJ, that DJ. If you listen to them, they will all sound the same. But you know when you put Abashanti and a neck sound into a dance, earthquake, that you're getting two different sounds.
The reason why sound system actually makes the music sound better is because it's like you're returning the music back in the studio. You know, because you got all this equipment, you know, to help you to sort of make the music sound good. And even back then, the people that were building the amplifiers became superstars. The sound system are the protectors of roots music. Without sound system, I think roots music will slowly fade. Because these people on the radios and the radio DJs, they're not for roots music. They're not playing roots music. They're playing what they think the public wants to hear, and that's dancehall and that's that type of thing. So to keep roots music alive, you need to keep sound system alive.
We are the only radio stations for reggae music, because we have to import the music, we take it to the people, play the music, then the people can hear what we're playing. Then they find themselves to the record stores, and that's how they get around to getting the records that are coming out. So we act as the radio stations.
It's all becoming more and more corporate and more controlled. And it can be quite difficult to get the chance to put a sound system in a club. The club owner will say, well, we've already got a really expensive rig, why do you want to bring yours in and stuff? So, you know, the sound system is a continual fight and struggle, but everybody, you know, needs to continue and play where you can play.
The energy that's generated in that space when a sound system plays is still very much based on having exclusive music to offer the crowd. You have to have things that they're familiar with and are to some extent commercial. You know, what we call warm-up music. But after a while, the people want to hear something different.
The only time you would hear them dub places on the sound system, and if you come out if you have the right links, and then that's how you started to get you know, dubs from Jamaica and, you know, things like that, and people who was going backward and forward, and you know, you had people who come backward and forward to Jamaica and they give you master tapes, and you know, that's how things started to come around. And then so, you know, the dub plate them time was very important. or whatever, guys, just to let people know what was going out and maybe coming out on the street in a year, 2 years' time.
It's keeping the whole thing about Rastafari within the music as well, you know, because that is roots music, you know, that is what roots music is, that's where it comes from. It comes from the message. I found myself through roots music, through listening to Bob Marley, Burning Spear, Dennis Brown and these people back in the day. That's how I found Rastafari. And Rastafari is the greatest thing in my life, because that's what guides me. And without the music, I wouldn't have had that. And without being involved in roots music, perhaps I wouldn't have continued my tradition in the way I had. You know, if I had veered off and probably gone into hip-hop or soul, your influence would have probably gone somewhere else, you know, because you don't see Rastas doing anything else but roots music. That's the identity. So it's really important for the music to keep buzzing, you know, and it's really important for the vibes of Rastafari to be told in the music. Because you can get any other message in any other music going on. You know, play something else if you want to hear anything else. But, you know, for the meditation, you know, it has to be the roots.